Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. Today we will be racing in Martinsville, just a cup race in this episode as the Xfinity Series does not come to this racetrack. And this is a track that we've had some pretty good runs at in the past. Obviously, our first two races, I think we had a top 10 in both attempts last season in Martinsville. So we're looking to continue that today as we look into my qualifying lap. We actually had a pretty decent qualifying run. We made it to the last round, session 3, in the top 12, but down the back straightaway, currently with a 19.3 on the board as we come into turns 3 and 4 on the exit of turn 4 to come through to complete our second lap. In the third session, we would come across the line to hit a 19.262, and I would call it there and see where we would qualify, and we will be starting in the 7th position for Martinsville.
We're coming to you live from Martinsville Speedway in Ridgeway, Virginia, for the running of the STP 500. Known as the Paperclip due to its unique shape, this historic track is the shortest in NASCAR, at just over a half-mile in length. Opened in 1947, Martinsville is also the only track to be on the NASCAR circuit since the very beginning. This historic venue is overflowing with NASCAR tradition and memories. Today, it's also overflowing with fans excited to see our first short track event of the year. So grab a chair and settle in. NASCAR racing is coming up next.
Alright, we are ready to get going here in Martinsville. Clint Boyer and Larson will lead the front row. Keselowski sent to the back after failing technical inspection. Daniel Suarez crashed during qualifying, so he will be starting in a backup car. And Michael McDowell failed optical scanning station multiple times, so he will also be starting in the back of the field as we get ready to start from the 7th position here in Martinsville. Clint Boyer will lead us to the green, and the green flag is out. We are underway in Martinsville alongside the 41 to Kurt Busch as we come across the line to head into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Larson already getting cleared by the 14 of Boyer as we come out of turn 2 as he battles side by side with Kevin Harvick as we briefly get into a 3-wide situation with Elliott and Kyle Busch, and I back out of it as I did not want to be in that position as we come through turns 3 and 4 now, clearing the 9 of Chase Elliott on the exit of turn 4 down the straightaway to complete lap 1 in this race, a 31 lap stage 1 now as Clint Boyer drives away early on from the field as Blaney briefly looks to my inside, but he is unable to get alongside me as we go into turn 3, running that bottom line, getting into the back of Kyle Busch just a little bit as I touch the curb on the exit of turn 4 to come across the line, complete the second lap in this race. We move up to P5 after starting P7, so it's certainly a pretty solid start now as Ryan Blaney does get to my inside and I have to back out of the throttle on the exit of the corner, but we do manage to clear the 12 as we head back into turn 3 as I kind of overshoot just a little bit now as we exit turn 4. Boyer pulling away pretty big now as he is just getting out of here now as we come to lap 6 of 31 in stage 1. Blaney was able to get to my inside, and I decided that he could have the position because he was putting quite a bit of pressure on me, and I didn't see a point to hold him up any longer, so I let him go, and we fell back into the 6th position as we came out of turn 4 to come across the line to complete the 6th lap. And by the time we came to the midpoint in stage 1, we were pretty much in the exact same position right behind Ryan Blaney, but now we were starting to deal with some lap traffic as you see Danica Patrick up on the high line trying to stay out of the driver's way, and obviously the AI really suck getting through lap traffic here, so we're going to have to accommodate to them being terrible and not take too much of an advantage of them being really bad in the lap traffic. So you're going to see me riding behind them at times now as we look to the inside of the 7 of Danica Patrick through turns 3 and 4. We will clear her on the exit of the corner as we come across the line now with just 15 laps to go in stage 1. And now on the exit of turn 2, just losing a little bit of time between myself and Ryan Blaney. And by the time we came to lap 19 in stage 1, pretty much still in the same situation, but this time we're a lot more grouped up. And I look to the outside of the 12 of Blaney on the exit of turn 2 down the back straightaway, trying to gain another position over him now to work our way back into the top 5 as we use that outside line to our advantage as we come out of turn 4. Clear of the 12 of Blaney now alongside the 18 of Kyle Busch as we cross the line. I decided to slow up and get to the inside line, but unfortunately I overshoot just a little bit, allowing the 12 of Blaney to look to my inside, but this time we clear him easily down the straightaway, so obviously I'm going to take the advantage and get down to the bottom as we get into the back of Kyle Busch now through turns 3 and 4 on the exit of turn 4. Pretty much stayed in the same position once again by the time we came to 5 laps to go in stage 1, running behind the 18 and the 14 who battle side by side. Kyle Busch tries to edge ahead of Clint Boyer now through turns 3 and 4 as we exit turn 4, coming down the straightaway, coming to lap 27. The caution is going to come out now as Kyle Larson currently leads, and we're going to slam into the back of Kyle Busch as our AI is clearly a skilled driver. Now as Kyle Larson will lead us to the green. Thankfully we don't got any damage from that because it was after the caution happened, so we escaped any actual damage, but we do have some visual damage as the green flag is back out. It's a 2-lap dash to the end of stage 1 as we head into turns 1 and 2, looking to the inside just about of the 14 of Clint Boyer now as we come into turn 2, pushing up just a little bit side by side with the 14 down the back straightaway as our teammate Kyle Larson in position to get another stage win now as we come through turns 3 and 4 alongside the 4 of Harvick as we exit turn 4 down the front straightaway across the line side by side with Kevin Harvick as we head into turns 1. And as we come through the center of the corner on the exit of turn 2, we will clear the 4 of Kevin Harvick down the back straightaway. Our teammate Kyle Larson in command as we go into turns 3 and 4 for the final time in stage 1, overshooting turns 3 just a little bit, but we come out of turn 4. Kyle Larson wins stage 1, and we will come to the line and get P3 in the stage. So a very solid result for myself and our teammate Kyle Larson. Obviously had a stage win last race in Auto Club, and now he picks up another one here in Martinsville. So he's got 2 playoff points now, as he's certainly looking like he's turning his season around, as we did not pit there. As we get ready to start stage 2, we will be restarting in the 3rd position behind our teammate of the 42 of Kyle Larson. Now as we approach the restart zone, the green flag is back out. Stage 2 is underway behind the 42 of the Credit One Bank Chevrolet of our teammate Kyle Larson as we go into turns 1 and 2 side by side with 18 of Kyle Busch on the exit of the corner, pulling a bit away from Kyle, but he's going to fight back down the back straightaway into turn 3, but we do clear him for a moment as he falls in line behind me just in front of the 10 of Eric Almirola as we come out of turn 4. And I knew right away we didn't really have the speed to be up here. I felt like we're more like a 6th or 7th place car, but the inside line helped me so much now as Kyle Busch looks to my inside, but we clear him again down the back straightaway going into turn 3 as he looks to my back bumper but is unable to do anything with it as we come out of turn 4. Kyle Larson continues to lead as we cross the line, and he also continues to pull away at this point as we start the 3rd lap of stage 2 with Kyle Busch all over my back bumper as we come down the back straightaway, pulling away from him once again just a little bit as we head into turns 3. And the car was certainly pretty tight on the exit of the corner. As you can see here, I can barely get the car turned on the exit of turn 4 now as we head into turns 1 and 2 with 27 laps to go in stage 2. Now as Kyle Busch gets into my left rear a little bit as he's on my inside down the back straightaway, and I could just let him have the position as we go into turns 3 and 4, but we're going to try and battle it out for a moment now as we come to the center of the corner. Kyle Busch looking like he's going to be able to take the position away, but I'm going to try and fight back once again as we go into turns 1 and 2 now as he is looking like he's going to get the position, so we fall in behind him as we come out of turn 2 in P3 just in front of 4th place Eric Almirola. And by the time we come to lap 15 of 30 in stage 2, still in the same situation. Larson leads, but he's into lap traffic at this point as we pass Michael McDowell, a lap car, and Kyle Busch sits P2 just in front of myself as he looks to the inside of Casey Kane in the 95 as Larson tries to pass the 55 of Sorensen. On the outside, you see Ryan Blaney on pit road with a blown engine. He has DNF'd from this race now as we get to the back bumper of Casey Kane on the exit of turn 2. We look to pass him down the back straightaway as we head into turn 3 as Larson runs that high line, and he's starting to struggle in the lap traffic like the AI normally do now at Martinsville as we exit turn 4 right behind Kyle Busch as we cross the line. And still unable to get past the 18 of Kyle Busch now, all over his back bumper through the turns 1 and 2 as Larson works on the outside, and he managed to make it work pretty well as we come to lap 18, getting into the back of Kyle Busch again through turns 3 and 4 on the exit of the corner. By the time we came to lap 28 though of 30 in stage 2, Kyle Larson was long gone as you can see. Certainly the situation has changed. Myself, Boyer, Johnson, and Kyle Busch all battle it out, and we're all stuck behind the 7 of Danica Patrick as Boyer forces it up my inside. He does not hesitate to maybe just shove me out of the way as we come across the line. It is 2 to go in stage 2 as no one can get past Danica Patrick, and I'm just stuck behind these guys trying to get ahead as Kyle Busch and Johnson battle side by side down the back straightaway as we'll be coming to the white flag in stage 2 as we once again get into the back of the 18. I'm trying to get him going, but he is just not wanting to move anywhere as Kyle Larson is clearly in command at this point now in the stage as we come through turns 1 and 2 for the final time in stage 2 on the exit of the corner side by side with the 14 of Clint Boyer down the back straightaway for the final time in the stage. through turns 3 and 4, just about getting into the back of the 18 once again. Kyle Larson will come through to win stage 1, and across the line we are going to get P4 in the stage as Kyle Busch edges out Jimmy Johnson for second place. So Kyle Larson gets another playoff point. Now 3 playoff points for him on the season, and we will all be pitting, so we came in to take two cans of fuel and 4 tires, as well as repairing the car, which is 1 second of repair, so we might lose a position or 2 on this pit stop. I also made some tire pressure adjustments and a wedge adjustment, hoping that we can make the car just a little bit looser, not too loose, but a little bit looser now, as we will be restarting on the outside line, still losing 2 positions to start P6 as the final stage is underway. Kyle Larson continues to lead as we go into turns 1 and 2. Can he get his first win of the season? We're going to find out here within another 60 or so laps now as we come through turns 1 and 2 side by side with the 88 of Alex Bowman now down the back straightaway, going into turn 3 behind the 14 of Clint Boyer, already making contact with his back bumper. Certainly did not take long for me to get into the back of someone as we come down the back, front straightaway. I see an opportunity to get in behind the 88, so I hop on, and once again I overshoot turns 1 and blow the opportunity to get to the bottom, and allowing Denny Hamlin to get to my inside as we go into turns 3 and 4 behind the 14 still of Clint Boyer through the center of the corner. Our teammate Larson continues to lead now over second place. Jimmy Johnson, who got past Kyle Busch, is once again we're able to get to the bottom under the 14 of Clint Boyer, this time through the center of the corner on the exit of turn 2. We will edge out in front of him for a brief moment down the back straightaway as we head into turn 3. We should be able to clear him, and we will clear him for the 7th position through turns 3 and 4 now. And as we come across the line, it is now 55 laps to go in Martinsville. Certainly we're not going to be a car that can win this race unless the AI really gets stuck in traffic. And it turned into a bit of a struggle to get past Denny Hamlin and any cars in front of him, as obviously we just did not quite have the speed when we're just racing each other without lap traffic in the way as we come to lap 82 now in this race, still running P7 behind 6th place Denny Hamlin, but now I have a big gap between myself and whoever's behind me as we come across the line to hit 43 laps to go in this race. And as we come out of turn 2, you can see up ahead someone is smoking down into turn 3. As we come into the corner, we will get a caution for the second time created by an AI incident now, as I'm not sure who it was that blew up, but either way we will be restarting in the 7th position as Kyle Larson continues to lead in this race as the green flag is back out. We start behind the 88 of Alex Bowman, an opportunity for myself to gain a few positions now, obviously restarting on that inside line as we come through turns 1 and 2, looking to the inside of Denny Hamlin as we will easily get ahead of him now as we force it 3 wide accidentally once again. So obviously I back out of the throttle, not wanting to be in a 3 wide as we go into turn 3 now on the exit of turn 4, clearing the 4 of Harvick. We work our way back into the top 5 after the first lap is complete. Since the restart, we gained 2 positions with 39 laps to go now. Larson continues to lead. Kyle Busch second place, and up ahead we still have a car blowing up as that car did not make a pit stop, and I'm not sure how the AI is going to deal with this as we come through turns 3 and 4. We are closing on them quick, and I believe it is Brendan Gaughan blowing up now as we come through turns 1 and 2. Larson is going to be the first car to deal with the 62 blowing up, and out of turn 2 down the back straightaway he's going to get held up by the 62 as we head into turns 3 and 4. Larson's about to give away the lead to Kyle Busch because he's got nowhere to go, as he has no idea what going around a blowing up car is. As we come down the front straightaway, Larson has completely blown the race away now as we intentionally shove the 62 out of the way, as I just sent it in there trying to get him out of the way because he's being a complete idiot. As we go into turns 3 and 4, Kyle Busch takes over the lead over second place now. Alex Bowman and myself, we move up to P3, getting very loose on the exit of the corner, and we did fall back to P5 and got stuck in lap traffic. And you're going to see one of the cars I was really getting stuck behind was the 55 of Reed Sorensen, and I had pretty much had enough of them as we went into turns 3 and 4, and I tried to shove him out of the way and got him very sideways. And like I said, I was getting very fed up with Reed Sorensen at this point because he was in my way, not letting me get to his inside or anything. So I went into turns 1 all over his back bumper, through the exit of turn 2, down the back straightaway with a chance to get to his inside and finally get by him. You have a chance to look to his inside, and we're going to do so, and he's going to come over on me, and I'm going to turn him intentionally through turns 3 and 4. And up and over the 55 goes. We have just destroyed the 55 of Sorensen and caused him to flip. And I'm going to show you guys a replay here in a moment of that, and certainly was not my intentions. He was holding me up so much, and he came over on me into turn 3, and I said, you know, let's just take him out because I've had enough of his crap. And unfortunately, I flipped him over, and that's the first time I've intentionally wrecked someone in this career mode, at least in the Cup Series, I should say. So I did not want it to go like that. I kind of felt bad for flipping him over, but either way, we will be restarting here. P6 on the outside line, 21 laps to go at this point. Certainly not a winning car in our hands right now. I'm not sure if we're going to run into lap traffic or not, but that certainly could play a role now as we get to the inside, just in front of the 14 of Clint Boyer as we head into turns 3 and 4. Kyle Busch now leads this race still as Jimmy Johnson passes Bowman to take P2 as we exit turn 4 across the line to clear Kevin Harvick to get back up into the top 5 behind 4th place. AJ Allmendinger, who is having a great run as we get into his back bumper and sideways on the exit of turn 2 down the back straightaway heading into turns 3 and 4. Kyle Busch looks to drive away from the pack as Jimmy Johnson, who has many wins at this racetrack, tries to get another here in Martinsville now as we come to lap 109, just 17 laps to go. We do let Kevin Harvick get to our inside, not what I wanted to do, but he's able to get to my inside now down the back straightaway as we head into turn 3, and I immediately let off the throttle and let him clear me as we went into the corner so I could at least maintain the 6th position as we came across the line, still running in the same position by the time we came to 11 to go, just not able to get past Kevin Harvick. And Harvick, he wasn't able to get past AJ Allmendinger's. Allmendinger was really holding up the pack as Bowman still sits in the 3rd position. Johnson in 2nd. Kyle Busch continues to lead as they are starting to close in on lap traffic, so that might become a factor before this race is over as we hit 10 laps to go in this race. And the rest of this run pretty much was just a struggle for myself to get past Kevin Harvick as we came to 3 laps to go in this race, still in the same position, but this time the lead battle has shaken up. Kyle Busch has fallen to 3rd. Bowman and Johnson battle in lap traffic for the victory now in Martinsville. Alex Bowman's AI could be considered an upset if he won here because his AI is not very fast in this game. It should be much faster than it is, but certainly pretty fast today in this race, and hopefully he doesn't win so we don't have a slower AI car in the playoffs. We already got one of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. who won in Phoenix somehow, some way he did it. Must have had something, tape on the spoiler like Chase Elliott or something, but now as we come through turns 3 and 4 on the exit of the corner, the white flag is in the air. Bowman and Johnson continue to battle side by side as we go into turns 1 and 2 on the back of the 4 of Harvick. Almirola on my back bumper as we exit turn 2 for the final time down the back straightaway. Our teammate Larson enters the frame as we go to the outside of Harvick in turns 3 and 4 on the exit of turn 4. Johnson will edge out Bowman across the line as he wins, and we will finish in the 6th position just behind these 4 of Kevin Harvick as he barely edged me out for the position, as now we continue our top 10 streaks as Jimmy Johnson picks up win number 1 on the season. Last season Johnson only had 1 win as well, so at least he continues his streaks of winning in a season, unlike real life, which unfortunately for him that ended last season in 2018, as we get quite a bit of money obviously, and sitting 2nd in the points now, still just 3 points, behind the 4 of Kevin Harvick at this point. So me and Kevin Harvick looking to be the strong cars. Obviously, last season Harvick was the dominant car, but this season we're joining him in that party now as we get almost $1 million of a payout from that race. So very good for myself as Reed Sorensen clearly not happy. We flipped him over in Martinsville. I mean, I provoke him though because it was 100% his fault in my opinion, and that's why I intentionally took him out. So it was unfortunate for him. He's going to be having to pay some money for a new car, I guess. But now, next episode, we will have Texas in the Xfinity Series with Haley Deegan, as well as the Cup race for myself. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very appreciated. There you see the playoff grid now as Johnson locks himself into the playoffs, and the last spot in the playoffs belongs to Chase Elliott. So I'll see you guys in the next episode in Texas. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have yourselves a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one.